this video, I'm going to do a review on the brand called Gelike. They have a kit for soft gel extensions that comes in one of the most unusual packaging I've ever seen. It looks like this, like a giant egg. Inside we have some soft gel tips, mini LED lamp, and some other supplies you will need for extensions. They also sent me some gel polishes and gel art liners. So we are going to do extensions and very cool but easy nail art that anyone can do. Coming up.
Hello guys, this is Anastasia. Let's do unpacking. We have a small set that includes 2 items, which is 6-in-1 glue gel and no wipe top coat. Now let's open up the egg and see what's inside. Soft gel tips, extra short almonds, 240 pieces and 12 sizes. We also have a manual on how to use the products and a small compact LED lamp with a USB cord. Plus, we have the gel that we need to apply the tips, which is 6-in-1. You can also use it as the base coat. The consistency is medium thick, which looks like exactly what we need for this kind of work. That one was clear, and there's also another one which is peachy nude color, in case you will need something with the color right away. We also have another set of tips, which is short square. Looks like they're gonna be too short for my nails, so I guess I will be doing extensions on someone else. These tips are matte on the underside, which means we will need less time to do the prep. Another box that includes 4 colors of gel polishes, and they have semi-sheer colors. They all look very natural and they have a regular brush. And we also have 2 gel liners which have this super thin striper brush. If you will apply one coat, you will see that the colors have this beautiful semi-sheer natural look. But if you would like to see more of the color, you will need to apply at least 2 coats. And gel liners just need 1. This is what the colors look like with 1 coat. A little transparent, and this is what they look like with 2 coats. Nude colors are so cute, and I think they're going to look like a natural nail, and I also like the one on the left, which is light pink. Let's do the nails now. This is my model for today, and first we need to file the free edge short so it will be more comfortable to apply the tips. Even though this part is not necessary, I recommend you to do it every time, because the shorter the nails are, the more time you will have until next infill, and also they will not be visible from the underside of the tip. Then we proceed to nail prep, and I will be doing dry manicure using electric nail file. This is just one of the options. I prefer using e-file because to me it's just faster and easier, but you can also do the traditional kind of manicure. Just make sure there is no skin or cuticles on the nail plate, because once it's clean and dry, it will provide the best adhesion with the product. When I'm dealing with deep sidewalls or dry skin, I always pay attention to the sidewalls because I want to buff them really well to make sure the client will not have any hangnails after a few days. After working on the cuticles and cleaning them, we need to clean the surface of the nail plate. It is better to use 180 grit file or a buffer, and we need to turn the surface of the nail plate, which is normally shiny, into matte. And then we need to find the matching sizes of the tips. This kit includes 12 sizes of the soft gel tips, which means we will definitely find the one that matches, and they also have this matte surface underneath. It is very important to choose the proper size. It should fit from one side to the other, and you should not leave any areas of the nail plate that are not covered with the tip. You can check it by looking at the nail plate from one side and then from the other. Next part of the prep is applying the hydrator. Apply it on the surface of the nail plate and make sure it's dry. After that, you need to apply non-acid primer without touching the skin. And then we will use 6-in-1 gel, which also works as the base coat. Apply a thin coat on the nail. Do not touch the cuticle or the sidewalls, and do not apply too much. The consistency of this 6-in-1 gel will allow you easily to do that without flooding the skin. We're going to use the exact same gel to apply the tips. And to me, this is really nice when we don't need to have that many bottles when there's just one product that can do multiple things. Since the consistency of this gel is not runny at all, there's no need to apply it one by one, like apply on one nail and then flash cure it. You can apply it on 4 nails and then cure them, but I still recommend to apply it on the thumb separately and then cure it for 1 minute. Using the same gel, I'm going to apply the tips on the nails. The amount of gel you need to apply underneath the tips depends on the size of the nail plates. Here we have medium-sized nail plates, so I do not need to apply a lot. I apply it and then I flash cure it and check if everything is on point, then we fully cure it for 1 minute. If you accidentally applied too much gel and the excess gel now is squeezing along the sidewalls or underneath, you can carefully clean it just like this after flash curing, and then fully cure it again. The extensions are almost done and it's been only 15 or 20 minutes. Then I take off the sticky layer from the cuticle area because you probably noticed that I did not apply the tips all the way to the cuticle area. Instead, I have a little margin between the cuticle and the tip, and I'm just going to quickly file it with a carbide bit, so it's going to be seamless. You can do it both ways with these tips. You can also apply them all the way to the cuticle. I prefer to use this method sometimes because it's a little easier to apply the tips this way, and also you will have this seamless line near the cuticle as the nails are going to grow longer. By the way, please be careful when you're filing the tip like this with a carbide bit. I strongly recommend you to do this only if you have experience working with electric file, because we could overfile the nail. I buffed the surface so it will be easier to apply the color and slightly shape them just to make sure that the shape is on point. And then I'm going to apply the color. Since the consistency of the gel polish is medium thick, I do not need to add some additional gel near the cuticle. I can build this structure and this margin using this new gel polish only, and then we cure it for 1 minute. At this point, my model said, "Whoa, they look just like natural nails," and yeah, I definitely agree with that. Let's do the nail art now. We will use neon yellow and neon green. I apply them on the clear folder, and then I'm going to use a stamper. Just slightly mix them, wait a little bit until the gel polish is going to move, and then we stamp. That's it. If you watch some of my videos already, you definitely know that I'm a fan of these kinds of designs because it's so easy. You don't really need to do anything because the stamper will do everything for you, and it looks so cool. If you wait a little longer, the gel polish is going to move and these bubbles will appear and they look so cool. When transferring the design with the stamper on the nail, just make sure that it's not going on the skin. If it does, make sure you clean it before curing in LED lamp. We were going to add some accents and accessories later, but then when we saw this design, we thought that it looks kind of cool by itself. So I did first layer, cured it for 1 minute, and then we did the second one, and I added more yellow on the second. While we were doing this design, the next client came a little earlier and she saw that and she was like, "Oh my god, I want this design too." Then we cured it, and finally we need to seal it with the top coat, and the glossy top coat will be definitely the best solution here. It also has this medium thick consistency, so in case you will need to apply a little more to create the perfect surface, you can totally do that. And fully cure it for 1 minute as well. The design is finished. This time nail extensions as well as the nail art were super easy and fast, and definitely anyone can do it. Let me guys know what do you think. The links to the products that I used will be in the description box as usual. Thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time here on my channel, consider subscribing, as I post new nail art tutorials just like this one every week. See you in my next one. Goodbye!